Oh no, it's not. Yeah, okay. These are much larger benches. Much better.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, I think it was.
What am I looking for here? Oh, this is what I'm looking for. Nope. In here? Yes. Where is it now? There it is. Okay. Okay, okay, okay.
I don't know who made this site. Apparently, they don't know how to abbreviate states.
Why, what's
We have a
wrong?
system in place for exactly how you abbreviate each one. You know,
Which one's wrong?
well, like it's Oregon, it just says ORE, and Arizona is ARIZ,
What
and
website are you on?
Calif, it's variety. Maryland's I got, except the D's not capitalized for some reason.
All right.
And Mitt. Okay, well now what are we gonna do? None of these are Canadian.
There is a Canadian.
Where?
There's a Manitoban.
I don't see no Manitoban.
Winnipeg. She's a jet.
I'm sure. I don't
Yep.
see no.
I see it
Every
right
single
here.
one of these state. Oh, wow. Just look through all of them again. I think you're crazy.
I am crazy, but it's a
New
different
Jersey,
matter.
Oregon, California, Maryland, Michigan, New York, Maryland, Michigan, California, Illinois, New York, New York, California, Texas, Delaware, Oklahoma. Why? Yeah, none of these people are from. You're crazy.
I got a thing right here saying Genevieve is from Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Okay, where's Genevieve?
What am I fucking looking up now? Oh yeah.
Actually, they're in no order whatsoever on this site. And it's just one page I have to scroll through. Hey, they don't even have it, Genevieve, on this page. Okay, this isn't even everybody. That explains a lot. Yeah, that's why they're missing people on here.
There you go. Don't use that page. Use the show notes. There's a handy thing in the show notes with everybody, where they're from, what their job is. At least what their reported job is.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only 17 people listed here. What the fuck?
Yeah, you're missing just the one.
They fucking left one out.
Just the one from Canada. The one that you really wanted is the one that got left out.
It even says meet the 18 castaways, and they fucking left one out. You fucks.
That's great.
But is the wood? Wait, does it have the?
Are you prepared here?
No.
I mean, like you were watching a video. Are you done watching a video? Are you like ready or no?
Oh, you have picture. Okay, see, that's all.
Yeah, see.
This is all I need.
That's what I'm telling you. I told you, man. Get in the notes.
Where's this Genevieve?
She's on the red tribe. I don't know what the tribe names are. This is an old picture. I'm sure there's a more recent one that has the real tribe names in here, but this is what I got.
Look. No, it's solid. Except the vowels there. Wow, 59. That's the oldest person they've had for a while.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let's see. Who was the oldest player last season?
Like 42 or something. Like,
Randon was 40. Banu was 40. Maria was the oldest, and she was 47. Let me see. What's 45? You said 59, right? She would be the oldest female winner. 49. Yeah, 49 years old. So 20 years older than Julie from 45.
59. I'm pretty sure she would just be the oldest winner at 59.
You're forgetting about Bob.
Who the fuck is Bob? You're right,
Bob Crowley.
That's not helping.
The first person to make a Fit Community Idol. Oh yeah, he was 57.
See?
Well, let's see. Oldest.
I'm looking at him. I don't
winner.
remember this guy at all. Because apparently,
no, I don't want to know how old they are now.
Because he's 73. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, Bob is the oldest at 57. Gabler's second at. How old's Gabler?
Yeah, she would be the oldest one.
Yeah, Gabler's 54. So yeah, she would be oldest. Period. Oh man. Season 44, the oldest one with Bruce, 45, and that's the season he bumped his head. So he wasn't even really in it. And then the second oldest was Matthew, who's the one who climbed a rock and fell at 43. That's why that was such a good season. There weren't any old people.
Was it a good season?
That was the one with Jam Jam and Carolyn. I thought it was a pretty good season. Yeah, I'm having a hard time finding even somebody in their 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Gabler when he was 51.
So, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well,
I think even still, I think the oldest woman winner is still Tina, but she's, not to be cruel, much younger than she looked. She's 63 now, and she won 20 years ago. So.
Look, I'm getting to about that age that she won, and I don't look very good either, Brian.
I mean, I thought she was 60 then. I'm going to be honest with you.
All right.
Are you recording now, or?
Yeah, they'll do an intro. Welcome everybody to I'll Play Outcast, the Survivor podcast. We're talking about season 47. Episode 0. There's not been an episode out yet, but we're doing our draft for fantasy. We're doing all our bets and that kind of stuff. Nick's not here. He's in Maryland. He goes to Maryland a lot, doesn't he? I feel like he does. Sure. Twice. Twice is a lot in my head. Like, in my mind, if you're going to go on vacation, like, unless you really loved it, like, don't go to the same place again. Right? Like.
Well, I mean, it depends if, you're talking about like Hawaii or something.
See, even if I'm going to go to Hawaii again, I want to go to a different island.
Well, all right, fair enough. Yeah, because I was on Maui. I would go to a different island. But I've been to Maryland once. It was for work though, so it doesn't count. That
doesn't count. I just like if I'm going to spend the time and energy to travel, knowing how big and amazing the world is, I'd want to travel somewhere new, like experience something different and new. Like you could travel every year for your entire rest of your life, or from when you were born, and go to a completely different country every single year. Like, why go to the same one twice?
Yeah, easily.
Like,
you're extremely old. Yeah.
Have that diverse experience. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe Maryland's amazing.
Well, the seafood is. I can tell you that much.
I hear that. The problem is, if I go on a vacation with my family, I'm not going to get to eat seafood anywhere.
Well, yeah. I had these crab cakes that I can't remember what the name of that place was, but they were amazing. And then I tried to have some crab cakes in Louisiana, and I was like, well, these are disgusting. So,
yeah, Louisiana, the only thing you want in Louisiana is the food that's, like, you don't want to...
Yeah, the alligator was delicious.
Like, in my experience in the South, you don't want them to prepare your food in anything fancy. Cook it, season it, and give it. Right? Like, the best thing to get in Louisiana is a crab boil, like a crawdad boil. They just take a ton of shit, throw it in a pot, and boil it together. Don't make a crab cake out of it. Just season it and give it to me. All right, Brian. We introduced Nick, but he's not here. My name's Andy. I'm going to be hosting tonight. And then Brian, congratulations. You are winner of fantasy for the last season. You won season 46. Congratulations. After a drought, it had been 5 seasons since you won. You won season 41, and then you lost 4 years in a row, or 4 seasons in a row, and then finally got it back. How do you feel?
Yeah, but I won 3 in a row before that. So.
I know. So you had quite a drought going on.
But now it's a tiebreaker because we've all won 6 times.
I know. I'm the one who was like it was okay. So you had one in 41, and then it was Nick, me, Nick, you. So whatever we got to do, it can't be Nick again. See, the trick is, I got all my wins up front. Like it was like for when we started this in season 30, it was Nick, me, Nick, you, me. Like I won 5 in the first 7 seasons, and then drought. So I want to come back. So I'm going to get back to my early ways. This is a quick preview of my draft strategy here, Brian. I'm going to get back to my early ways and go after buff dudes and hot babes. And I don't care about personality or anything else.
Yeah.
So we are drafting for Nick. We know Nick's type. He wants nerdy, Canadian, or Mormon. There's only one Canadian. We got that one down. That's Genevieve. I've identified some nerdy people, mostly because they're wearing glasses.
How you know?
Yes. Is there anybody, you watched a little bit of the videos, right, Brian? You didn't get a chance to watch them all, but you watched a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Is there anybody you pegged as Mormon or Mormon adjacent?
No.
Me either. I don't know. Nobody here is like from Utah.
Yeah.
There is somebody here who's from Phoenix. There you go.
There's surprisingly 2 people from Maryland. So.
You know, Maryland's a thing. All right. You want to get into it? You just want to start the draft?
Yeah, boy.
We've been talking about people for a little bit. I'm going to include all that stuff before we did the intro. You know, you get used to it. We just do the intro whenever the hell we want.
Yeah, right.
Nick is going to go first because Nick wasn't last by a lot. He really sucked last season. What do you think we should give to Nick first? I'm debating between Genevieve, because she is a younger, attractive female, which does well in this, and she's the only Canadian. I feel like Nick would prioritize that. Or he would
Probably
go with...
would. That's going to ruin our strategies, is my...
All right, I'm going to do it then. I'm going to take it then. Genevieve, round 1, pick 1 for Nick. Fuck, did I just put There are more E's in Genevieve than I would think. I'm typing it and it feels
There's
weird.
4 of them. Yeah.
It feels weird. So that's the Red Tribe. The Red Tribe, I don't know their real name. Their old one, their old player, because they you know how they stack it up. Each tribe gets 1 old player. Their old player is only 43, but is also their buff player. So we'll see how that goes. I am up next. I get my choice here. I'm debating between a couple players. I'm going to take Kyle Ostwald because he's a construction worker. He's a construction worker, so he's got that casual kind of strength that's good in the game. You know, you don't want like over buff like a Rodney. That doesn't do well in challenges. You want somebody who just has that strength that comes from needing to have strength. And also, he seems like a good guy. He's got kid. He'll talk about his kid and his family, that kind of stuff. People will like him, and he'll do well enough for quite a while, I think. Brian, you got back-to-back picks here.
All right. Well, I'll start with the hot girl parade.
The hot girl?
Okay,
You want Seuss May?
No. I'll start with Annika. Anika or Annika?
Annika.
Annika
I will
Dar.
say, I had Annika on my list for Nick, not because she seemed especially nerdy, but because she's Annika, like Annika Hansen, like 7 of 9, and Nick's a big Trekkie. So I was going to make that connection for him, but can't do that anymore. Sniped.
Right. Granted, she seemed, in the little video part, I thought she seemed like she's kind of an asshole, but, we'll see how that goes.
I don't know. My note for her was like typical new Survivor. Like, she just feels like, yep, that's a Survivor player. It doesn't stand out to me one way or the other. Just that's what Survivor is now. I've got a story about how I was the brown kid in town, or like it's just a lot of these themes that come up all the time, and I honestly don't remember her video very much. I just wrote typical new Survivor player. What you got next, Brian?
All right. I think we need to get some Hawaiian blood in there. Like a Tiana.
Ah,
Aloe.
damn. I was gonna take Tiana. Just again because
And
of the Hawaiian thing. I like
you know what?
Polynesian.
You know another reason I'm gonna say because I didn't see all the videos. All the ones I did see, all of them did some dumbass comparison of Survivor to their job. She's a flight attendant. I'm sure she didn't do that.
No, she didn't.
Good.
She's also like apparently Division 1 volleyball and was awesome, and then she's got a master's in something or other. So her occupation, flight attendant, hides a lot. Like some of these people, you say their occupation, and their video is like their occupation. Like Sam Phelan, sports reporter, is exactly what you would expect a sports reporter to be. Like, yes, your stereotype is correct here. But like Tiana says flight attendant, your stereotype might not be exactly correct. All right, my second pick. I'm up now. Oh, I took Kyle. I want to take another person on the same tribe, but I don't feel like that's a smart thing. I'm going to take Sierra because she is an attractive woman, and they do well in Survivor.
Yeah.
Nick's
I was
got
thinking of taking her next, but yeah, it's the same thing because they're on the same tribe. That's why I didn't do it.
There you go. Nick's got back-to-back pick. What should we do for Nick here? What do you think?
I think he would get Rachel Lamont because I think she's actually a nerd.
All
Not
right.
just because she's wearing glasses. She's a graphic designer. I mean, come on.
All right. Yeah, she's pretty nerdy. I'm going to take Rachel then too. I'll put that one in for him. The last one, we've been talking about not doubling down, but I do. So he has Genevieve, who's on the Red Tribe. I do want to give him Kishan as well, because Kishan's a nerdy, gay ER doctor from San Francisco, and I feel like that's kind of Nick's
you would
thing.
love that.
Okay, we'll do that. All right. Kishan. And Kishan's got like a built-in story too, like, oh, my family doesn't know I'm gay, but I'm going to come out here on television, like, boom, built-in, built-in montage. My last pick. All right, since you're not going to be able to snake me on the comeback around, help me talk it out. I'm stuck between TK, who is athlete marketing manager, seems upbeat, happy kind of guy, also almost was professional NFL. And then Saul, who seems a little crazy, but is like the one buff person on his tribe. Like nobody else on his tribe is fit. Some people get, fit-ish, but he's the one who seems like he's bulked out. So do I double down for the one I like more, or do I take the spread? What do you think, Brian?
I think I would go with EK just because the age is the oldest person sucks.
That's true. The old person on the tribe. And yeah, a lot of times if you're the old person on the tribe, there's like a breaking point, right? Where they call you like the dad or whatever. But I feel like 43 is not the breaking point for that. Like,
Yeah, but like Teeny is a bit younger than the rest, and the rest of them are within 5 years of each other.
yeah,
So,
I feel like Sue's older. Sue's 59. And we were talking before the show. She would be the oldest winner ever, I think. At that point, like, oh, you're the tribe mom, and nobody wants to, vote your mom out, so they'll keep her longer than they should. So yeah, I'll go for TK though. I like TK as well. So Brian, give me the last pick.
all right. I think I'm gonna go with. I need a red person. I'm gonna go with
Go with
Teeny.
Saul. Teeny.
Just because Teeny just because the hair, she's got like the same hair as Tig Notaro.
If only she had the swagger of Tig Notaro.
Yeah.
Actually, the swagger of Jet Reno. I haven't consumed enough stuff of Tig Notaro, but Jet Reno is the thing I've seen the most, and Jet Reno is swagger as fuck.
Yeah.
She's one of my favorite like new Star Trek characters. She's amazing. All right, so Nick's team is Genevieve, Rachel, and Kishan. My team is Kyle, Sierra, and TK. And your team is Annika, Tiana, and Teeny. 3 babes. There you go. I don't know if babes is the right word. What's the word that would be mildly offensive to use in this context? You know me. I always go for the purposely mildly offensive.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
That
don't know
one
either.
probably.
All right, cool. All right, bets. We have a standing bet, 2 standing bets coming into this season. One of them we said last year is if Jeff will make a several joke during the season and call it like, season 40 several. Because these players have seen, what's his real name? Not Jakowski. Was it Jakowski?
Yeah.
Or Jabroni? Not Jabroni. Jabroni means something else, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a wrestling thing. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, that's what The Rock used to say that all the time.
Oh, there you go. So, yeah, whether or not he'll make a 40 several joke, you and Nick said no. I said yes. That's a 3-point bet. That one's on the table. The other one that we have is our heel turn bet, which I think is stupid, but we keep doing it. Oh, Jelinski. You had Jelinski. That was his name because you had him for this bet. This is if somebody's going to say something stupid and or problematic anytime in the future. We've had one of these resolve, and you actually won last season because of it, because D had an affair with Wendell. You won 102 to 100 last season. I would have won if not for D. Not for D and Wendell, I would have won 199.
You don't know who initiated. Maybe it's Wendell's fault.
Yeah, but you don't have Wendell. I see where you're coming from, but I'm blaming D because I see her name next to yours on the sheet here. So I'm blaming her, even if she wasn't, whatever. I'm not assigning actual blame. I'm just associating here. All right. Do you have anybody that you think is going to have a crazy heel turn after this season?
I'll go with Gabe. Because he was the one that said in his video, I'm not here to make friends.
All right. And this one we don't have to take now. We have until the thing.
Yeah. I don't know what that was supposed to mean the way he said it either. He was like, it used to be a cliche. It's not a cliche anymore.
I don't know. And then I'm
what's not a cliche about it?
I'm going to take Sue. I don't know why.
Just because she has the same name as the original, player.
Yeah, that's true.
Very nice.
Who would be the one here that you would peg as being problematic? Let's see. Maybe Sam Phelan, but he's a sports reporter. He's a writer for a living. He'll know what to do and not to do from a social media perspective. None of these people are from super rednecky places. Kyle's from rural Michigan, so that's probably the most likely.
I don't know. Maybe John Lovett, because he's a podcaster. But, I mean, I don't mean like us. I mean, like, that's his job.
Yeah. Not like us. Talking to ourselves and two people. The other ones I would peg would be Rome, because he's in Phoenix, Arizona. But, I don't see that one. He's an esports commentator. He's got to be careful what he says. Fucking gamers. And then maybe Saul, because he's from Oklahoma. But he lives in Connecticut now, so he's smartened up. I don't know. Anyway, that's that bet. Nick, I'll have time to get that one in. I'm going to put a blank space so we don't forget to bring it up for him. Let's get into the long list of bets. I've organized them this season, so we'll have all by grouping. The first grouping of bets that we're going to have is our dead pools. And, of course, we're going to start with the dead pool, which is just pick a player, and the first of our three to go out gets 3 points. Nick is up first, but he ain't here. Who do you think Nick would think is the most likely to get out first?
How the fuck do you answer that?
I don't know. I'm going to assume Nick is ageist, and I'm going to write down Sue. Brian, you're up next. Who do you think is going to go out first?
I think Aisha, because she said in her video, she admitted that she never shuts up.
Yeah, that's true. Let me see. I did not do good research here at all.
Then again, that worked for Marianne, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I put Sue down for Nick, and I should have not, because that would have been my pick too. I am going to say Tiana, because Tiana in her video talks about being a throat cutter and hardcore, and I think she's going to be one of those people who comes out and just plays too hard from the start. Maybe, maybe not, but that's my random dart throw. Next up is our $1 million Deadpool. Who is the first person who's going to say, I'm here for $1 million, or this is going to be $1 million challenge, or who we vote out tonight is $1 million decision? Jeff, you can't vote. You can't say Jeff. But who of the players do you think it would be? to talk about $1 million. Brian, you're up.
I know. I'm thinking, well, fucker. Yeah. I don't know, Gabe.
All right, Gabe. Where's Gabe? Gabe Ortiz.
I already used him, but
a radio show host. Okay, yeah, let's see that. I'm gonna say Rachel because in her short video, Rachel literally said, "I love money."
True.
So maybe money will be on her mind. Who do you think Nick would pick for $1 million Deadpool? Or who's your second or third pick? How about Annika?
I don't know. Sure.
Annika.
I was gonna say pick somebody who has a job that sounds like they make plenty of money. Like, yes, marketing manager. Yeah.
You know what is gonna be hilarious? Is Nick's not gonna be here. We're gonna randomly pick players for him, and he's gonna win all of the bets. We're gonna sit here and try to do it and put effort into it, and we're gonna fucking lose to just dart throws.
I mean, it's always dart throws. Let's be clear.
Yeah, I know, but we get like a 50-second video from each of them. That's the majority of our research. All right, next up is the touchy-feely Deadpool. Who's going to be the one first to say, I'm here for the journey. Survivor is about, exposing horizons or whatever else, blah, blah, blah. This has been, I'm making friends all over the place. This is amazing. I'm not here for the money or the whatever. I'm here for the experience. I'm up first. Who is here for the experience, for the feels, for the love, for the happening? Who would that be? Genevieve? No, not Genevieve. Caroline. I'm gonna go with Caroline. Don't know why. Gut feeling.
We haven't mentioned her yet.
Yeah. Haven't mentioned her at all. My note is talks herself and her business degree up. And she thought there was a Fiji filter. She was like, I'm watching the show and I thought there was a filter and it can't really be this beautiful, but it really was.
So green.
We had somebody in chat say that Teeny is there for experience. So I'm going to put in Teeny for Nick. Teeny is there for the experience. I keep writing Tenny in the notes. Brian, who's there for the experience? Who's there for the journey?
Completely based on the face he's making in this picture, I'm going to say Keyshawn Patel.
That is a good bet. All right. Nick is first in the not here to make friends Deadpool. Do you think Nick would have watched the video or not?
No, he never does.
All right, then he's not going to get to pick. I'm going to say he's going to say... he's going to say Sam Phelan. I'm going to go with Sam. Brian, who is not here to make friends?
I'm not going to say Gabe, just because I already... But that might not be the right one. They look very similar now that I'm looking at this other picture. So maybe it's Andy Rueda?
Rueda.
So I'm going to go with Rueda. Is it Rueda?
I don't know. Yeah, all right, Andy it is. Then I'm going to say Gabe because Gabe is the one who said it. So I'm going to say Gabe.
Okay, see. All right.
I see, Brian, unlike you, I take notes and I try to prepare.
Well, it was the very beginning of the video. I only thought like the first thing he said. I don't remember exactly what he looked like.
All right, so we're done with our Deadpools. Next is our over-unders. So, over-under, Jeff huggers. How many people are going to hug Jeff before the end of the season? I feel like 1.5 we settled into, and that's been a pretty good line. 50-50 it happens, 50-50 it doesn't for 1.5. Brian, you're up first. How many people are going to hug Jeff? Is it over or under 1.5?
Under.
Under? I'm going to say over. Nick is going to say under. Shot in the dark. We have the shot in the dark at 2.5, and I feel like that's too high. Do you mind if we change it down to 1.5? Do you feel like that's where the line should be? Yeah. I feel like one shot in the dark, that's going to happen just randomly, right? Like maybe somebody like a Gabler will be like,
what season was it? Where like 3 of them in a row did it.
Yeah, I know. But I feel like
it was that. But
it could be totally random, right? Like you could get like a Gabriel being like, I'm going to do it just to like get rid of it to say sorry or whatever the fuck reason he had. I don't remember. 1.5, I'm going to say over. Nick is also going to say over. Brian, what do you say?
yeah, under.
Under. I knew you would. That's why I put Nick for the over.
Yeah.
Over under 1.5 in the finale. This is for our Deadpool. So our Deadpool is us saying who's going to get voted out first, right? So what is the over under that 1.5 of those players will be in the final episode? Am I making sense? So if 2 of our Deadpool players are in the final episode, like we pick them to go out first, but they're going to make it all the way to the finale. Do you think it's over or under 1.5? Nick goes first. He's going to say under. He's going to get ballsy. Brian, what do you say? Over or under 1.5 of our Deadpool selections in the finale?
Just so that I don't force you to pick one or the other, I'm going to say over. That way you can still do.
No, I was going to say over, my friend. I picked over for
Okay.
all of these.
But I mean, if I said under, then you would have to say over. Otherwise, we might as well get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean that would happen though. Some of these bets don't have to go on forever, right? All right, Brian, you're up first. How long until an exciting new twist?
I'm going to stick with the last few times where I was right, and I said 0.
All right. By the way, this is now our episode number sections of our bets. We're picking an episode number where these things will happen. So if there's 2 exciting new twists, it could be in episode 1 and episode 5. And if I guess 1 and Nick guess 5, then that's when it happens. And I'm going to put that in. I'm going to say 1. We'll say Nick 5. Random numbers I chose, we're going to stick with it. I'm going to say it's exciting new twist in episode 1, and Nick's going to say episode 5. He's hoping for a pre-merge exciting new twist. What episode is Jeff going to say, drop your buffs? And again, this could happen more than once. Maybe there's a tribe shuffle or tribe swap, and then a merge. I'm going to say episode 6. And Nick is going to say episode 5. Brian, you're going to say episode...
I was going to say 4.
4. 6, 5, 4. That's nice. I like that. Not symmetry.
That's not what he says anyway.
yeah.
He says, drop your buff.
Yes.
Make
How
a big
long
deal.
until an idol? What episode will we see the first immunity idol get claimed by a player? So not a beware advantage, not, oh, they know where it is, but they have it in their hands and it is their idol. Nick goes first. Nick is going to say episode 3. Brian, what you got? Remember,
1, but I don't want 1 because people get super pissed if you do it before the first.
well, and here's the thing too.
2.
They've done a thing too, like in episode season 44 was it with Jam Jam, where they had it in a cage, right? So like, they're learning that like, all right, people are going to find these idols. They're just going to be at camp. We've got to find some other obstacle. We've got to make a thing out of it, right? So, I think the days of an episode 1 idol are pretty rare now. So Nick picked 3, you picked 2, and I'm saying 1 is out of the question. 4 feels super late, but that's what I'm going to say then. I guess I'm going to say 4. All right, then we have our couple other bets left over. Pick a winner. Brian, who's going to win season 47 of Survivor?
All right, let's.
This is the shot in the dark of all shot in the darks. I don't know why this is the 3-point bet. It should be like a 10-point bet if you fucking call this from now.
Let's go with Kyle Oswald.
All right, I like that because I have him on my team. Sheboygan. I'm gonna pick. Do I want to pick Jen? No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to pick... Who's the least offensive, slightly above mid-tier person here? That's what we're looking for. The one that we didn't mention and have almost no notes on, I'm going to say Caroline. And Nick is going to say Genevieve. Going all in on Canada. All right. Will there be a double elimination in episode 1? This could be... Does medevac count? If there's a medevac and a tribe?
Yeah, because I feel like they would have done too if they still do it.
All right, I'm going to say yes. Nick is going to say no. What do you say, Brian? Will there be 2 eliminations in episode 1?
All I know is every time I guess this wrong. No matter which one I say, it's the wrong. So, but I'll go with no.
All right. And then in the chat during the off season, Nick had the idea for a new bet. Called it. He wanted to call it the Liz bet, but I'm going to call it the Liz pool. It's going to be a new Deadpool bet for who will have a freak out, like she had, just fucking yelling her ass off at fuck. What was his name? Oh my god, he was like the bane of last season. I don't remember him all.
Oh, he made a skirt with his name. What the fuck?
Q.
Yeah, Q. Yes.
Yeah. Quintavious, that's his name. Nick, who's going to have the biggest freak out? Nick. What would Nick say? Who's going to have a freak out? I'm going to go... He's going to say Sam. No, who have we not said? Rome Cooney. I'm going to go Rome Cooney. Just because we haven't said Rome's name at all. He's an esports commentator. And you know how those gamers are, Brian. They're little snowflakes.
Yeah. What is that's the nice typo. It says he's from Phoenix AX.
I know. Like I said, this is like I got this image the day after they announced all the players, and so I think somebody just slapped this together as fast as they could to put it up first. And they did pretty good, if that's the thing, because they only got a couple things wrong on here.
I mean, it's right next to Z. Close enough.
Exactly. It's just a little typo. Brian, who do you got? Who's gonna have a freak out? Who's gonna freak the fuck out, Brian? Is it John?
You know what?
I'm podcast.
No, close. I think I'm gonna go with Sam.
Sam. All right, Sam's getting picked a lot. I'm gonna pick. Who's gonna freak out? I'm gonna pick Rachel. Because I've worked with a lot of graphic designers in my career, and there's just a little bit of like rage bubbling under the surface constantly with these people. So I'm gonna go with the graphic designer. I did want to mention I do like, but didn't pick for anything, John Lovett. Not because he's a podcast host, but like during his video, there's like pictures of him hanging out with Obama. Because he was Obama's speechwriter. I was like, that's sick as fuck, dude. Did we pick him for anything? What did we pick him for?
His name somewhere.
No, I don't have him down here at all. I'm going to pick him for my pick a winner. I'm going to go with that. No. He doesn't deserve it. He's already hung out with Obama. He doesn't get to win Survivor 2. Fuck that. It's not allowed.
Mentioned him or something.
Yeah, he's been mentioned. I'm sure he was. I probably just forgot to write him down, or I purposely didn't write him down. So, is there anything else about anybody you wanted to mention? Anything sticks out at you?
It's per usual based on the videos. I'm like, God, I would hate to know any of these people. It always just seemed like such annoying motherfuckers.
I know. The one that I was like, Aisha was like, if I sit down next to you on an airplane, we're going to talk it up. And I go with my phone. I got all these people. I'm like, oh, God, no, leave me the fuck alone. Like, like I get bugged enough at work. And then I get, like, if I am on an airplane, just me, like, that is the first time I've had wholly to myself with no obligations of any kind for anyone else in literally years. Leave me the fuck alone.
I'm not giving somebody random person on the fucking plane my phone number who I'm never gonna see again. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I just like
That's
that.
Weird.
That was like, okay, I know it might be a special thing, but like, no, just leave me alone. Just turn to the other way. Sam mentioned that he doesn't want an idol. He just wants to win immunity. Do you think having an idol is a little bit of a curse now? I mean, this is interesting after last season when like 4 people in a row got voted out with idols in their pocket.
5.
Was it 5? It was something stupid.
5 in a row. Yeah. Well,
Is he right or is he wrong?
no, he's right. It's just because they
The idol's not a problem. The player's the problem.
don't tell people. Yeah, don't.
Yeah. Don't
You
tell
literally
people.
have to have nobody know you have it. That's how
And
need
if
to
you
use
have a
this thing.
hint that it might be your name, just play it.
Yeah,
Just play it. Like
yeah, because literally all of them were worried that it might be them, and none of them played the damn thing.
Yeah,
What are you guys doing?
It's worse to play it and be wrong and look a fool than it is to not play it and be voted out with it and be confirmed that you're a fool, right? Like,
You said that backwards, but yeah.
yeah, whatever. You know what I mean. Also, he said that when they were kids, they were watching and the season with Ozzy and Yule, and when Yule didn't win, him and his brother cried. It's like, okay,
Hey.
yeah, that's what he said. I was like, all right, man. I mean, kids make bad choices. Getting that attached to Ozzy is definitely a bad choice. Oh man, Brian, I should have tried to get you to take Saul because Saul said that he's a crier. He likes to cry.
Oh my god.
He's also a poker player. Are you ready for the like 3 or 4 episodes of him comparing literally everything in Survivor to poker? Because that's what every poker player does when they come on Survivor. They compare everything to poker and all of the poker metaphors for days.
That's what I'm talking about. It sounds like at least half of these people are going to compare everything they do to their job, and I'm going to fucking hate it.
It's not his job; it's his hobby. He's like, last year I won $200,000
yeah,
playing.
but still.
Like, if you won $200,000 playing poker, that's your job.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, you have medical device sales here for your occupation, but no, you're a poker player.
Oh, who was it? Who's the esports one? Rome.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was talking about, I've announced, $2 million Fortnite thing. I'm like, okay. The amount of money the person playing has nothing to do with how good you are at commentating.
I mean,
Maybe go fuck yourself. Okay?
I mean,
Like-
no, that's not true. Like, the way you can gauge how big an esports competition is by the cash payout at the end, right? There's tons of esports competitions where there's like
Yeah,
a $5,000 payout, right?
Yeah, okay. But that tells you how good the players were.
No, that tells you
Give a
how
shit about
no
the
no no
commentator.
no that tells you how big the event was, right? Because there are a million $100 prize esports things in college whatever's across the country, right? Those don't matter. There's a bunch that are 5,000-10,000, right? But when you get into the millions,
Exactly. That's my point. He's bragging that he can do that. Like, I don't give a fuck, dude.
like what he's saying is he's not doing esports commentary for some shitty college esports event. He's doing it for like a legitimate major. The problem is like esports doesn't have leagues like the NFL,
Well,
right? So he
they
can't
kinda do.
like, I know, but people could say like, oh, I'm an NFL commentator, right? There's immediate cachet with that, right? He could say I'm a Fortnite commentator, but that doesn't tell you anything about what level he works on, right? He's trying to tell you, communicate, like, I commentate for the real events where people get paid millions of dollars,
that's why
not the events
you
where
say
people
the
get
word
paid like
professional.
$50.
I'm a professional esports commentator. That's all you gotta say. Because
Yeah,
if
but
you don't say
people-
they were professional, that sounds like you're a dude with a YouTube channel.
People say whatever the fuck I want. I could say I'm a professional podcaster. We made $2 in Patreon last year, Brian. I got paid for this. Technically speaking, that makes me a professional.
So they can still say whatever they want. He can, for all I know, he hasn't done a $2 million tournament. I
I
don't
mean, that's
fucking
true.
know.
Yeah, that's true. You might have made all that shit up. I wonder how good. I mean, this is probably a folly thing to bring up, but I wonder how good CBS's vetting is. Like, could I just lie my ass off in like the first round interview to Jeff the entire time? Lie about my career, lie about my family, lie about where I grew up, just lie about all of it.
I mean, why not? Why do they care? Well, you know?
And I mean, if I do the entire conversation lying and we have an engaging conversation, I feel like that should be the best sales pitch you need to get me on your fucking show about lying
Right?
to people. Like, I can lie on my ass and still engage you. There you go. That's what the game's about. Lie off my ass, you believe all of it, and you're engaged. Boom, in. I wonder who's done that. I'm sure somebody's tried to do that. Maybe they just did it shitty though. Speaking of doing things shitty, we'll be back next week, right? When the semester starts? Jesus Christ. When the season starts. When does the season start, Brian?
Isn't it starting 2 weeks? Don't we have
No, it's
Oh no, it is a week.
no,
because
it's the 18th.
we were going to do it last week and we didn't. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
the 18th. It starts 6 days from recording. Probably tomorrow. When you finally edit this and post it, it'll be tomorrow for you, listeners. But hey, so we gotta watch it live. You got anything else, Brian? Do you have any bets that you want to add?
I think we have enough.
I do think we have enough. And unfortunately, I feel like we have enough real bets. I miss the early days when the bets were like, do you think a player will get stung by a bee next episode? Because people kept getting stung by bees. I miss us throwing around dumb fuck points like that. These are all real bets now. Anyway.
They got real stakes.
Yeah, they're not real stakes. Nobody. Even. Not only are there no stakes outside the show for this, there's no stakes inside the show. It's not like winning gets you anything at all. Literally nothing. The only stakes is our own competitive stupidity. Yes. So, that's the second time I mentioned stupidity or dumbness. And that's perfect for our show. We're going to end it there. I don't know what Nick says when he says goodbye, so I'm just going to say, see you all next week. That's how it's done.
So, it's going to be erase D from the stupid problematic thing.
Oh, yeah, let me,
Because, or if she does something else, does that count again?
No, it fucking doesn't, you greedy bastard. Kenzie, who the fuck was Kenzie? Oh, Kenzie, she won. I picked the winner to be the problematic person. Kenzie won. That's fine.
Oh, Gabler won.
I know. Yeah. I have 2 winners on my heel turn. Does that mean Sue's gonna win?
Maybe. I don't even know who Danny is, so.
I remember who Danny is, but I have literally nothing to tell you about him that would remind you who he is. Like, I can picture him in my head, but I remember nothing specific about him that would help you remember who he is.
Yeah, like I have green Matt. I'm like, I assume that's because there were 2 Matts and he was on the green team.
Yes. That's
I don't know
exactly
who the fuck that is.
He's the one who had a legitimate showmance and they got together after. Not like Austin and D.
So Noelle is that was the one-legged chick, right?
Was it? She was really attractive.
Yeah.
Noelle, Survivor. She made all these one-leg jokes. Yeah. She was great. She made a bunch of one-leg person jokes. All right. I'm going to stop streaming, stop recording.